Welcome to Center of Light. As always, phone's ringing. Your spiritual phone is ringing, y'all. Listen to me.
Access granted.
And we all have access. Welcome to Center of Light. Keith Anthony Blanchard here, spiritual teacher, best-selling author, and host of Center of Light Radio. Everything is on fire. Right? The banner for tonight. Center of Light Smooches is the presentation tonight. I come to kiss your face. Has anyone figured out what we are speaking about tonight? I speak about the same subjects a lot, but I speak about them differently. Application, how they apply to a certain situation, be it singularly or mostly collectively. My work is mostly collectively as a teacher, but I do one-on-ones. That being said, contact me if you need some counseling, guidance, support. You can always book time with me. Hello, Bob. Hello, Rena. Hello, everyone. I have a big show for you. Tonight we're talking about Center of Light Smooches. I come to kiss your face. It's all about the fire. See my banner right here? My wall, my side walls? It's all about the fire. Jump into the fire. I have jumped and dedicated my life to that divine fire many years ago. Many of us have. Many of us do. Many of us are not sure exactly how to do that. I'm saying just jump. Be willing to die to live. Be willing to die to live. What does that mean, Keith? Contact me. I'll push you off the cliff myself. I want to share some joyful news with you. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Show? It's not a show. It's me hanging out with you, us, we. Kelly says, jump on in it. I am now selling merchandise. Many of you, thank you very much, jumped on the possibility, the opportunity immediately. Sales happen just like that. When you get to this website that I just posted in the forum, you will see coffee mugs. Make sure you look at both sides, front and back. If you're on the phone, you will have to scroll sideways to see the front and back, and or the back. And if you're in the computer, just look down or up, you'll see something that says front and back. They come in multiple colors. Coffee mugs, they're fantastic. Check them out. So tonight we are talking about karma. Karma in a very different way. We are speaking about karma collectively. Don't kid yourself. It is so individually. Because you are a whole part of the collective. As your friend, as your brother, as your teacher, a teacher, as a human being, as all of that, time is out. There is no more time. Don't bite your nails. Don't go into a panic attack. But there is no more time. This is about an emotional cleansing. This is an emotional cleansing. Your emotions are going to be squeezed, as you heard in the earlier channeling with soul. The emotions, the bodies, the beings in these bodies are becoming squeezed. And it's not so fun. I felt a squeeze the other day that I have never felt the like of. I feel good every day. I wake up every day joyful. This was not fun. It wasn't fun at all. Hello everyone on YouTube. So tonight we're talking about karma. If you're sensitive about taking responsibility, I invite support that you exit. Because I don't know where I'm going to be led to about karma. Spirit may come in. Spirit is in now. Spirit is in you. Spirit is in me. Spirit meaning when I go into that mode, Keith is absolved of all responsibility. I made that deal with God a long time ago. Okay? All that being said, we are being cleansed by the purifying fire of love. That is what it is. It's not hard to look out and about into the world and see the nonsense taking place. Right? 1 second. Let me try something. Yeah. So tonight we're talking about karma. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, I am doing a presentation you don't want to miss. It's getting real. 1 second, let me check something. It's getting real. It's time we all get real. It's getting real. Presentation I'm going to be doing came through something that manifested in my life via a friend. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a presentation on Messiah. It's getting down to the wire. Messiah. If you have Netflix and have not seen the series, the 10-episode series called Messiah, if you want to get the full effect, the integration that's happening in this world, on this planet, in this part of the galaxy, on the greatest planet to ever be created, because everybody in the universe wants a piece of your action. If you want to get the greatest bang for this presentation I'm going to be doing Thursday night on Messiah, if you have Netflix and you can binge watch 10 episodes, do it. Do it. Do it. You heard Eden Sky? Do it. And so this presentation Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time, is Messiah. The synchronicities of what's happening in the world in this series that came out, listen to this. It came out January 1st, 2020. December 31st, New Year's Eve, I said tomorrow something's going to change. A lot has been changing, and now this comes along. Again, Thursday night, 8 o'clock. If you have the opportunity, binge watch Messiah on Netflix. 10 episodes. You're welcome. All right, everyone. It's good to see you here with me with you. Together we play as we always do. Again, I want to send you, I'm not going to sing tonight, a little song. It's called The Center of Light Shuffle 2020. Let me go drop this in YouTubeage. Hello, YouTubers. So this is the Center of Light Shuffle, Center of Light 2020 Shuffle. The stank is going to get deeper. The piece is going to get greater. You can be a lover or you can be a hater. It's truly that easy. The lines are dividing. Peoples are grouping up. People are categorizing themselves, literally labeling themselves as a such and such and a so and so. And in so doing, they're not opening themselves up to what lies beyond the boundaries. And what lies beyond the boundaries is expansion in spirit. You stay in the comfortable little box, only comfortable little shit can happen. You have to get a little bit uncomfortable to ease your way into it so that things can begin to amalgamate. Because you're starting to get used to being in this funky place and it's not so bad as you thought it was. And now you go, oh my God, I kind of like this funky place. I didn't think I liked hot sauce. Tonight we're talking about fire, heat, hot sauce. You have to be willing to burn your emotional body, obliterate it, shatter the illusion of it. I know it seems like a lot of pressure. Well, trust me when I tell you, pressure is building already. So you might as well bust that cap and let that steam out. Because if we don't do this emotionally as a global species, the volcanoes will do it for us. Well, I don't have time for all this spiritual hoodoo and practice. Your comfortable life will be taking a back seat in the very near future if we don't all get aboard some sort of train that's not coming. It's already pulling out of the station. What I'm saying is, you are being offered, at least through this platform, many others, an opportunity to be a part of something that has never been done before. I think now we understand. This has never been done before anywhere throughout the universe. Never. Humans are the apex of God's creation. Humans. Doesn't make us better. It does make you special and fortunate, but it doesn't make you better. We have done some work somewhere along our infinite beingness to be awarded this sort of karma. People associate karma with bad stuff. That's not true. Karma means action. Va. Backbone. And because you are embodied on this earth, walking erect, because you have an upright backbone, every day you walk forward by nature. You don't walk backward. You walk forward to your car, you walk to your job, you walk through your house, you go to the bathroom. It's all forward. It's karma. That's what karma is. And as in the presentations a few ago, as well as the intro to tonight's presentation, you heard the talk when I was doing a channeling with Spirit about being squeezed. Right? So this karma is beginning to either squeeze or expand you. And it is very unbiased. It has no bias on what it thinks you want. It's being moved by the finger of God. In fact, it is God. People think karma is this bad thing. Karma is God's grace, who will come to kiss you on your face because it loves you beyond measure. It wants you to be the effulgence of 10,000 suns in this time that we all have been fortunate to be a part of, to be incarnated upon this earth right now. That window is open. This is prophecy. It's not prophecy. Prophecy implies a past. It's happening. This is the actualization of it right now. And the window really busted wide open January 1st, 12/01, 2020. I have a couple of videos of Sadhguru. Also, February 21st, 12 hours, I'm going to do a marathon. I'm trying to get Eden Sky to do it with me. Sadhguru is going to be having Mahashivratri Festival 2020. It's a 12-hour event. From 12 at night. Excuse me, yeah. No. 6, I don't know the time. I think it's 12 at night to 12 in the morning, in the afternoon. Whatever it is, it's a 12-hour event. I will be broadcasting that event. You want to dwindle some karma? Be present. Well, you can. You may choose not to. Well, Keith, you don't understand. I can't. You can. You may choose not to. Again, we're back to weighing out our life and what is truly valuable. Remember when I mentioned that for most people, their comfortable lives will take a back seat to what's happening all around them when the meek that are destined to inherit the earth will sit back without judgment and in support and in all love support everyone who may be going through dismay or troubling times. But here's the point. Here's the point. The people who love you can only offer you so much help, even if they can actually help you. They know that their hands are bound and tied to karmic principle. You can't force someone to awaken. That shuts your eye. That shuts you down. And in this time, everything you want is about vibration, not about shutting down. What's going to happen if I don't make the grade? You can still pass with a B+. It's just not an A100. And nothing less than however much grace we're given down the tiers. Also the tiers, follow me, will allow for everything to go smoothly as planned. The plan that's already steadfast in place. It's not a plan that's unfolding. It's already that. We are unfolding to it. Heaven on earth is happening. It's unfolding and manifesting. Everyone talks about heaven on earth. And they talk about hell when you die. Nobody really talks about hell right now on earth. Seriously. Heaven on earth is a prophecy for the future. Hell's not really spoken about until you die. But they're both here now. I know many people who will tell you they would rather fist fight a devil, horseshit, a devil, rather than to deal with what they are dealing with. So it takes away the illusion of a devil. And then people might say, well, Keith, that is the devil working through this guise of a person's oppression. Horseshit. And you can stay with this dogmatic view, and it's okay. You're loved beyond measure. But it will not raise your vibration to ever touch the garment that it requires to live in higher dimensions of the Christ, the Spirit. It can't happen. It's karma. If karma begins to wiggle room so much that it loses its own inertia, its own momentum, its own infinity symbol, it begins to wobble. What happens in an automobile when your car's out of balance? The car wobbles like hell and you can't move forward smoothly. How is it that anything any different? As above, so below, on forever, it will go on all levels of spirit. Everything, the law is the same on every level. That which can be broken is not law. It's a rule. So how do we dodge karma? You don't. Don't try. It causes more karma. How can you get through this time that you may be talking about, Keith, so I can have more grace in my life? Because I like grace. I want more grace, and what you say sounds cool. I'm just making all this ridiculous bullshit up as I go. When you play guitar long enough, you throw away the book, the theory. When you make food long enough, because now you're a culinary chef, you don't have to worry about balance of acid and this and that and this and that. You make something because you have a palate, you have a taste for it, you have an understanding of it to where you are actually a master of it, a master chef, a master musician, a master this or a master that, so that you can mold something. So this time is now for everyone to take the chance, the best crack at it they got, to mold themselves, to fashion themselves into something that is so beyond understanding that it causes almost immediately a confusion. All right, so how do I get there about something I don't understand? Sadhguru is going to tell you a little bit about that in a video shortly, as well as I'm going to expound on this throughout the night. Tonight we're speaking about center of light smooches. I come to kiss your face. Not me. Karma. Karma's not a bitch. Uh-oh. I can't wait to see when so-and-so gets theirs because of what they did to me. Maybe that same karma gave you a kiss on your face as to why you had your experience. I see people post that all the time, and they have no idea. They just tenfolded said karma into their life. Karma means action. It means what you are. Every moment you sit, breathe, scratch your nose, drink this, eat that, do this, think that, you're already sending out ripples into the future, into the now, which because of time and the mind, a line that moves this way, the cycle catches up and says, remember me? And it's all grace. It's all grace. God's grace, even karma being paid, so to speak. But that price has been paid 2,000 plus years ago. Has been paid. And now the window's open again. Just listen to this. Thursday night, I'm going to be doing a presentation on Messiah. When the Messiah was on the cross, a cosmic door opened. And he went through it. January 2020. Son of Light, Smooches, kissing your face, karma. 2020 is that same window that opened up for Christ. Because the window that is opening is the Christ principle window. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And we're moving into it. In fact, so to speak, God's liking it so much, he says, let's pick it up a little bit. Okay? So this is not a time to be afraid. This is a time to be elated, excited, and ready. How do I get ready? That's why I'm here. One person that's here out of millions. Many of you are probably doing exactly what you need to be doing. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to do this. You just be happy, joyful, and be centered. Be planted. Planted. Keith, you sound like you're talking with so much urgency. It's going to take a while to get your groove on. Or to get your groove in. Okay. Center of Light, Smooches. I come to kiss your face. We're speaking about collective karma. I see lots of it being resolved. And I see the insanity and the madness still unconscious from the millenniums I've been here, and I'm sure many of you as well. I'm going to share with you, before I go to commercial break, song break, and I'm going to play my dear friend Pete Fitz's song, Dancing Alone. What's up, Shan, Nori, Love, Robert, everyone, Lewis? So I am speaking with a sense of urgency. Heed this warning. Warning doesn't mean bad. Warning means ding, 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 heads up. Time is now. So when is the cray-cray going to start? Everybody go get your calendar. Write this in. We can say, well, Keith, the cray-cray's already started. I see it everywhere. I know. I'm with you. Go get your calendar, mark it down. November 4th, 2020 is when the egg of stink, the rotten egg that's been sitting on out in the sun for a while, and someone accidentally dropped it, and that egg, November 4th, 2020. Does anybody know what that day is? That's going to be the dropping of the egg of the big stank to start happening. And it's your job between now and that time to find yourself planted, because even though you have good intentions, sometimes good intentions are never enough. I'm sharing with you as a vessel. Hear me. Robin in Lincoln says November 4th. November 3rd is election day. But when everyone wakes up November 4th, this world, as we have always known it, no matter how old you are, is going to change. I'll see you shortly. My brother Pete Fitz. I don't know if he's here. He's probably watching from afar. If you are Pete, I would love to see you in this forum. Please come say hi, everybody. If he does, Pete shows up, show him your love. I'm going to play a song by Pete Fitz called Dancing Alone. Going to be right back with Center of Light, Smooches. I come to kiss your face. Welcome back to Center of Light. I am having a blast tonight. Lots is happening. I'm going to share it with you. Lavender Soul is working on a new album. It's been a while since we continue to write songs, but we're going to start doing some tracking hopefully soon. 3,500. Do me a favor, if you would, please. Everyone close your eyes. Just simply close your eyes because you love me. Right? I want to kiss on my face. Close your eyes, please. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And see the number 3,500 in your mind's eye. Drop it into your heart. Let it sit. See me with that and send it out to the universe. That's all I ask. 3,500. July 31st, 2020. Homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. 30 years. 30 blood, sweat, and years of my life. Worldwide publishing, distribution, release. I'm going to read something to you shortly from my book, The Divine Principle. If you have not read this book yet, why? It's a testament. It's the living word. It's part of a living word that's bigger than all of us. And it's not about this book. It's what happens when you read such a literary work from anyone. That's the message. That's the Bible. That's the Quran. That's the Torah or. That's the Bhagavad Gita. That's what all that is about. God is beyond the paper, the book, the structure of the book, the ink, and the concepts therein. This is just a gateway to get you to that magical space. Dear Lord, once you get there, the karmic grace that happens to you in that place, you will become a God addict. You will want some God smack. I'll read something here shortly from the Divine Principle. This God-realized man, Swamiji Visvayogi, is on earth. God. Yes, I did say that. This is God on earth today. There's always light phenomena around Swamiji. Be it the light that you're seeing from this room, be it the sunlight that comes in at the right time. So how do I get through my karma quick enough to ensure me a seat on the train? Fantastic question, isn't it? Too bad you didn't think of it. I like having fun. No, never take me serious. Seriously. Never take me seriously. Be of help to any and everyone as often as you can without expecting a return. You want to burn off your karma? Open up a soup kitchen tomorrow. This is not about me, but I want to share with you a story. Yesterday morning, I went to Walgreens. When I walked outside, there was a ratty looking lady with ratty clothes standing up by the entry with her mother, I assumed, come to find out it was, shriveled and just in a wheelchair, ratty as well. And she said, "Do you have any money?" I said, "For what?" She said, "Food." I said, "I got you covered." And I believed her. I could see it. I believed her. So I went inside, got some food, and came out. And I got down on my knees. On one knee. One, because the older lady, which was her mother, was in a wheelchair. And I wanted her to feel heard, but she didn't speak, and I knew she couldn't. To feel someone was on her level and not lording over her. Lording over her. This is not a Keith Bragg moment. This is what I saw transpire to burn off some karma. Is because when I handed the food and I grabbed the older lady's hand, remind me of a time with my sister who was wheelchair bound. I felt that thing that we are all looking for show up again. And I knew in that moment I felt lighter because I felt lifted. I felt exalted in my caring to be of service. How can I lift if I was still in karma? What we call karma as the bad stuff. How could I lift if I was in karma? I lifted out of karma. I got another glimpse of the soul in being of service. Sadhguru is going to tell you this for himself. Sadhguru. Who's this Sadhguru you always talk about, Keith? Sadhguru is a man. We're all one with God, so we're all God because God is omnipresent. But speaking about God realized, Swamiji is the universal Lord. I said that correctly. I didn't stutter. I intended that. This is the universal Lord on the earth today. This is Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, and all of them as one being. The first God realized man to ever walk on the earth thousands and thousands of years ago. This is his 9th incarnation. He's here to bring about world unity. Do you think it's going to fail? It's done. Because he's here. The universal Lord is here to bring about unity and world peace. So we have a choice now. We can get with the program or not. That's why it is so important you watch the movie, binge watch on Netflix, the series called Messiah, because it'll take you higher. Because it's about, there's a split. And in this movie, they clearly paint the picture. You're either with the program or you're not. And we're making decisions. And the great split is beginning to happen. We are blessed beyond measure. From, I want to grab that link again. I think it's still there. Nope. One sec. I got to support myself, y'all. So support me, please. Supporting myself. I want to grab this link to my new store. Check it out. I got a merch store. It's cool. It's really cool looking stuff, man. Many people drink coffee. I like coffee. Or whatever you want. It's a beautiful vessel. Read the story behind the creation of these vessels. There are different swatch colors you can purchase. Just look around. Different color mugs. Or if you want to see the front or back, you can either look for the thumbnail that says front or back, or you can swipe your phone to see what's on each side of the mug that you drink your ambrosia and or your nectar. There are different... All right, so let's keep moving forth. Check it out. I even have now today, I created some iPhone cases. Know that there is a warranty should anything be wrong with your product if you purchase. If they don't cover it, which they will, I will. That's how we are connected. It looks cool. Check it out. I have some leggings coming really soon. It makes me want to wear leggings. They look so cool. Eden, my son, said he wants a pair. All right, so here we go. From the divine principle, Spirit and I are having a dialogue. And this is what God says about karma. Before I read that, I want to read you something I saw as a conversation on Facebook. Someone who I didn't know made a post about the earth, and he posed a question. And some smart aleck came behind him and said, take it up with God when you get there. And this is his response. Darren, already am there. There is a part of eternity too, is it not? And there is the sun. I look towards the light because it is there. What there are you referring to? Light is timeless, my friend, and it is where? I am made of 100% light, and good news, so are you. From the divine principle, I ask Spirit the question. Did many souls fall from grace long ago because they did the exact opposite of what you said? And God says, yes. They're the ones who actually believed they could thwart my plan of heaven on earth. Today's tempters of Luciferian influence are counting on you to help them achieve that same futile goal. Though they may be few in numbers, their influence is mighty. I am here to help each of you get back your power, but you must remember that those rebellious ones who now infiltrate the earth plane are destined for a great fall, and they would love to take everyone with them once more. And I ask Spirit, what do you mean when you say they? And why would they want to do such things? Spirit replies, they are the ones who have only themselves in mind as they attempt to gain world power. This was 1996. They have no compunction whatsoever about inundating the masses with their convoluted fictions because they want to convince all of you to stay in line. And being so confident and cocky about myself that time in my life, I say, you can bet that's one line you won't find me standing in! Exclamation point. And Spirit says, don't be so sure about that, because since your arrival on Earth this time, Keith, you have been consuming what they produce and have thus been playing exactly by their rules. It appears to me that you have become the product of your own lack of control. Let me give it to you straight, for I know the results my words will produce. I came to you specifically because you have asked for my help with such heartfelt passion. I was, dear Lord, on my knees. I was bawling. I opened a door. We all can. It is not only your victim karma that needs to be resolved. It is everyone's. And one way you do that is to accept that those who play the control game are nothing but a reflection of you. Sadhguru is going to talk about this. It's a reflection of you. It's you. Actually, Sadhguru is not going to talk about this. There's another video. Sadhguru video coming up soon. But what I'm saying is, in this passage from Spirit, it's all us. So to be mad at the Democrats and the Republicans and the libtards, you're basically being upset by looking at yourself in a mirror. Spirit continues finally by saying, again, I remind you that before you can board the soul train to Ascensionville, your karma must be resolved. Do you understand? So this is not a time for fright and fear. A little anxiety might be okay. What happens when you go to the amusement park? You can ride the roller coaster, the sameness. It's peaceful, all right, but where's the bang and the bells and whistles and the fun in that? There isn't. So now you're entertaining the possibility of getting on the roller coaster. Exciting, isn't it? But it also scared the shit out of you. That's the beauty. You're not the excitement and you're not the scared one. You're the being in the middle, the zero, the infinite space, playing with polarity. Why? Because you're bored. You have been eternally bored. You also have been eternally awarded this opportunity to bring the zero into this place. So everybody got it. A few people got it right. November 4th, the world's going to crack open. Plant yourself. Let me look at my notes, which I really don't have any, except let's make unity, peace, and love infectious. Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. I am going to be doing a presentation on Messiah. Binge watch if you can to get the fullest bang for your no buck. Presentation on Messiah. On Netflix, there's 10 episodes. Coincidentally, came out January 1st, 2020. It's not a coincidence. That's the language of God. Synchronicity. These little funny little happenings. The joke is on us. That's the language. The alignment. January 1st, 2020. And all of a sudden Netflix, one of the greatest, if not the movie house to ever come out. And it's going to dominate the world. Says, check out this. Messiah. January 1st, 2020. This aligns with my work. Most people don't know this about me, but I will reveal it Thursday night. Most of my work that has never been talked about, or at least one of the main reasons I do what I do, surrounds the reappearance of the personality we know as Jesus that became the Christ. Did you know that? I'm going to reveal a lot of that Thursday night. This is not a cliffhanger to make this for ratings kind of thing. There's order. There's a protocol to things. And I have to find the right space to be in to share with you a lot of what comes through Center of Light, because sometimes it's very powerful. And I get scared myself and anxiety myself about my level of responsibility, because I always want to be responsible. I have the ability to respond. I just want to make sure that I'm aligned when I speak. Always. All right, so let's get down to some Sadhguru. Sadhguru, as I was saying earlier, is awakening. He's there. He's already there. It's like here's the here, to use a measurement, which it doesn't exist. If here's the here, he is about somewhere in here. As a teacher and someone who can see, I'm just speculating to paint a picture. He has awareness on 16 dimensions simultaneously. You can't tell this person something that's not true. He will call you out. He can tell you what you ate last year at 5 o'clock on Monday, January, whatever. He has this ability. We all have this potential. That's part of the gift of karma. I come to kiss you on your face. If you remove the other karma, which I don't want to kiss you on the other cheek, because that's not the one you want. Either way, we will all be acknowledged. Fire, fire, fires all over the world. The volcanoes, the fires in the world. The presentation, the banner, it's about fire. Divine fire, mind you. Purify. Sadhguru is going to take you on a little journey. Take it in. He's going to tell you about karma and what it really is, and how to process and be with it in such a way that you can make it into the boat. The life raft. No riffraff can get in. That's done. That world is dead. It's over. The history, like they say in the series of Messiah, history is over. It's dead. It's dead. As Jesus said in the New Testament, I'm done with water. I am fire. I am the God of fire. I come to change. I come to lay a new law. Why have we thought that that law is dead? He wouldn't be the Messiah. If the law could die or fade out or phase in any shape, form, or fashion, the law. Law doesn't mean like you're going to jail. Actually, the law is more about your freedom. My God, that's so delicious. Sadhguru got something to say. Listen up. I'm going to listen. Karma. Action. Karma does not mean bad. Someone did this to me. I can't wait till karma gets him, and I hope I'm there to see it. Maybe karma kissed you on your face as well. Right? It's not what you think. It's grace. Sadhguru.
There is no other way. Only because over 99% is happening unconsciously, it looks like some other force is manipulating you. All bad drivers are like this. When they get into some kind of a crash, I was driving properly only, something happened. Have you heard this?
Can good karma cancel out bad karma? And
What did you do today?
I'm asking for humanity, not for myself. And is our life predestined, or can we change it by karma? And what is good karma?
So let's understand this word. I know this has become part of English lexicon. Karma is an English word now. The word karma means action. As you sit here, there is physical action going on, there is mental action going on, emotional activity going on, energy activity going on in every one of us. Whether you're awake or asleep, 4 dimensions of karma are happening all the time. Since you woke up today morning, except for that bad karma you did, no, you don't have to reveal that. Since you woke up today morning till this moment, just a few hours, how much of these 4 dimensions of karma did you perform consciously?
Should I answer? I was not conscious while performing my actions, they just happened.
I'm saying for almost every human being is well below 1%. If you take in a day, well below 1%. So when 99% of your actions are accidental or unconscious, you do one thing, you just drive here. Here the traffic is very slow, it's safe to try this experiment. 99% of the time, just close your eyes and simply sit like this. Once in a way, handle the steering. Let's see where you will be in 5 minutes. This is a disaster of human life. So you must understand this. This is the most profound dimension of Eastern cultures, that we told you your life is your karma. This means your life is your making. There is no manager sitting… I'm not talking about you guys. There's no manager sitting up there and managing you. Your life is your karma. The way you do it is the way it happens. There is no other way. Only because over 99% is happening unconsciously, it looks like some other force is manipulating you. All bad drivers are like this. When they get into some kind of a crash, I was driving properly only, something happened. Have you heard this? Something happened, something supernatural happened and I crashed my car. No, you're just a dumb driver. If you ask me, people have been asking, I have not articulated this till recently, but some people have been asking me, so I'm these days talking to them and I'm saying, what is the mission? They ask me. I say, the mission is just this, religion to responsibility. You think it is there, no, it's here. This is what karma means, that you understand you're the source of your life. You must understand karma is not like reward and punishment system. It is just residual memory within yourself. Everything, every thought, every emotion, every action, every moment that you do, in some way is recorded into this. This memory creates a tendency for you because so much memory is gathered, naturally, it's like software, you're writing unconscious software every moment. So naturally it begins to function in a certain way. It doesn't matter what is the software, can you rewrite it? Of course you can. That is also your karma. So will you allow unconscious activity that you have performed to rule the nature and destiny of your life, or will you make sure it is the conscious activity that you perform which will rule the destiny of your life? This is something you have to decide.
You are walking, living, breathing karma. That's what you are. Well, you're more than that. But in this regard, the picture being painted, that's what's happening. And the door's wide open. It's like, do you remember, depending on how old you are, or how old you're not, going to a department store and maybe they still exist. I don't go to dressing rooms anymore. I just find a shirt and I put it on and I'm happy. But when you go back in the day, I think it still exists. There's two mirrors. When you go to a dressing room, there's three. The one that's stable, stationary, and there's the two that you can flap. And when you put those mirrors into themselves, that you could see infinity. And depending on which mirror and how you angle it, determines what dimension you're looking at. Inward is not a destination. It's not a direction. Inward is not a direction. Inward is a dimension. Many years ago, many years ago, I had a lucid experience. So lucid, more lucid than I am now talking with you. That I was the I. The capital letter I. Not I as in ego. I was the I. And I was the light looking at all these different cinemas. If you live in a larger town, for example, in Memphis, we have a cinema that has 20 movie houses. And you can choose which one you want to go to, which theater, which down there, theater 1, theater 2, so forth, all the way up to 20, right and left. Go to the right, whatever. But I was this nucleus, and I saw all these other movies happening, all these different lives. And I was asking myself, as the almost higher self, why am I only focused on this one? And when I did, because of my urgency to think I needed to know that, the whole experience shut down just like that. But that is what's happening to all of us. We're all focusing on a certain frequency and dimension. Did I mention that you are walking, talking, living, breathing karma? And it's not karma as in you screwed up, now you get it. Karma is God's grace saying, I'm trying to show you something because you are loved beyond measure. Let's say hi to everyone on YouTube. Kelly's in the house. Kelly, blessings to you and your family. That's your good karma from me. Fawn says, E.T. friends. Yeah. For shiznle. Kelly Voisin. Abigail. Lincoln, my dog. The Shasha, Carolyn. John. Christine. Robert. Harrison is always up to monkey business. I love me some Robert. Vanez. Melinda. David R. White. Bob. Oh, look at these sexy creatures in here. Oh my God. So tonight we're talking about center of light smooches. I always change the last word. Center of light vent, center of light love, center of light tonight, center of light smooches. I come to kiss your beautiful face. Karma. Not karma as in bad, karma as in fact. Reap what you sow, comes around, goes around. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. Karma, all these different ways of describing the law of physics, which is still expanding and not there yet, far from it. But the law of spirit and those who go into the light where all things are known, because in the light, all things are revealed. Basically, people who are truly devoted to God beyond measure, they can be seen as spiritual scientists, spiritual and they accelerate because in the light everything is known, everything is revealed. Science are doing it in this way, which is by all means very much important to this plane of existence, so we can understand, because they are doctors, they are masters of their craft as well, to bring in as avatars divine descent, such knowledge, wisdom, study, being learned, many years of dedication to their craft. You can call that somewhat a witchcraft. So the question is, witchcraft, this one or that one? So the witchcraft is white witchcraft. They're learning to master a book of knowledge, a book of secrets. So when we talk about such things as witchcraft, don't get all hell-bent and mightier than thou, thinking that the word witchcraft means that which it doesn't. Witchcraft, it means I am so connected to the source. They called them also sorcerers. They are so connected to the source that they're alchemists. They can manipulate reality. God is the source, and they are sorcerers, but because they're connected to that which could break the rules, can't break the laws. The laws is what gives them the ability to have power, because they know how to conduct and act within the law. They don't break law. Scientists are trying to unfold greater law, greater potential, infinite possibilities, but they're always looking under a microscope or a telescope. And that's awesome. I love watching the unfoldment because it's only validating what particular scripture from every walk of land. Some scripture are convoluted, but all scripture pretty much talks about God as being the cosmic, the thing, this, the that. So scientists are unfolding what all scripture have talked about, saying, this is true, it's all true. And science is the human vehicle or the way of convincing everybody that because we said it, now it's okay to believe it. So now that we understand the human dynamic and what it takes for us to reach further or to be laxed as in accepting someone else's belief, that's called religion. Religion is a beautiful way to celebrate. The point still remains. Religion is accepting someone else's experience, when spirituality is, I heard what you had to say, I'm open to that, but I'm hoping that what lives in me blows even those barriers apart. Right? Hello, Kelly. See, because where we're going, the door that's open now, it is open beyond measure. And there's a true treasure in that. But you have to find pleasure in that which you call your life. How do I do that? I'm here. Many people are here. This may not speak to you in particular, but it does speak to others in particular. It speaks to me particularly because I am a vessel that heard, felt even so, the energy that moved through me and said, Keith, you're not absolved. I'm not. I'm just honest. I felt it come through me and says, Keith, here's your shadow. And I see it. I have meaning. I confessed some to my son today. Sadhguru video number 2 on karma. Since everyone thinks of karma as negative in return, in this context, which it is not, let's use it for the sake of example. Let's turn our karma, the bad return, and the unconsciousness, as Sadhguru talked about, 90% or 99% of things we do, not a being like that and of the like, is unconscious. Imagine if for 1 minute we can do something full-blown conscious. What could happen to a person? Wow, that's powerful shit. So when that moved through me, I felt it. And it showed me, as I confessed to my son, son, your dad has these qualities. And in confessing it, I take it off of my chesting it. Sadhguru video number 2 on karma. Action. We are walking, talking, breathing, moving forward, karmic vehicles that experience the return of simply. If you want to just sit here and do nothing, and you think you're peaceful, it's amazing. And in your peace, you're creating karma. And the parts of you that could be more peaceful, that are not yet peaceful, that are unconscious, that's coming with the package as well. So it's a cycle of regurgitating and refining and finding oneself. Regurgitating and refining and finding oneself. I know this may sound like just another presentation that Keith does. I am telling you, there is no more time. It's not doom and gloom. It's actually a grooming session and a blooming session and a zooming into something. The window is open. It doesn't require that you, at least now, that you've done many years of spiritual work to get where you are, need to be to get. It does. But there's sort of like a grandfather. You ever heard of the term or the idea of being grandfathered into a situation? That's now. How? Contact me. I'll help you. Come here often. Go to youtube.com/Center of Light Radio and subscribe. It costs you nothing. But you will have to lose something. So in a way, it will cost you something. It will cost you things that you have not known to be open to, as well as the things you have known to die to. You have to want something beyond what you've always known. Karma will find you. Your divine mother loves you so much. If you live at the house beyond 21, she will push you out the nest. Why? Because you're loved beyond measure.
This one thing, that I like something, I dislike something. If you just transcend this one thing, 90% of your spiritual work is over. There is a very big difference between doing what I like and doing what is needed. When you start doing what is needed, there is no such thing as what is it that I like and what is it that I do not like. If you just transcend this one thing, that I like something, I dislike something, if you just transcend this one thing, 90% of your spiritual work is over. That's all. Because the karma generating machine, the basis of bondage is just this: I like this, I don't like this. I love this, I hate this. Once you divide creation like this, your ability to touch that dimension, which we call as the source of creation, is out of reach for you. I want you to pay attention, all the children also, okay? Hello? All of you should pay attention to small things. A blade of grass, a leaf, an ant. You saw an ant? really closely. You must look at an ant. Whoever made this ant, has it been made with meticulous attention or simply, okay, just a bloody ant? Huh? What do you think? Very well made? Well made or no? Very well made, isn't it? Fantastic ant actually, not just a bloody ant. So if the creator, if the source of creation is willing to pay that much attention to a tiny little ant, who the hell are you to decide what you like and what you dislike? In doing something beyond what is me is where a human being comes to a place where he becomes available for grace. Grace is there. Question is, are we available? We like this, we don't like this. You like a cockroach? Why? Suppose Shiva came in the disguise of a cockroach, what will you do, huh? Namaskaram you'll do. But how will you know it is Shiva or just another cockroach, huh? Huh? How will you know? You don't know. So better do namaskaram to every cockroach, because who knows which one is Shiva? It's very simple. This is what this culture taught you. You see a tree, oh Shiva. You see a stone, Shiva. You see a dog, Shiva. You see a cow, Shiva. Because you don't know. You don't know today what is his disguise. Better not take a chance, isn't it? Huh? Better not take a chance. At least start with the human beings. You don't know in what disguise he's come today. Huh? Isn't it? Suppose who knows? This is why, whoever you see, because who knows today what is the disguise? If you're like this, grace will be upon you, there's no question. You don't have to go in search. You don't have to go in search of God or truth, it will rain upon you. It will.
That moved me beyond measure. What I've been saying for a long time is when we become so centered, planted, I'm still working on it myself, believe me. My son will attest to that. When we become centered and planted, my happiness and my dismay and trouble does not revolve around this. My joyful experiences and my trouble, these are just things we are manipulating and toying with because we are bored eternally. I am the being that does not give credence to this or the that, but whatever this or that we give attention to, will say, I am saying hello. I'm here to kiss you on your face, center of light, smooches. So how do we get, again, I'll repeat this, how do we get from this place you're talking about, Keith, to this place that you're talking about, Keith, that will grant me my greatest bang for my buck. You have the life, and you have the life. You have a husband, and you have a wife, and you have this pleasure, and you have strife. You have all these things massaging you or giving you the knife. That's not what you are. This is a great way for you to move through your karma. Karma meaning bad karma, because most people associate karma with bad stuff. When karma truly means action. It means the fact that you're alive, you're creating karma just by being and existing. Because you bring back to you what you are. Back to the beginning of being squeezed. If you're being squeezed like an orange, when you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Orange juice. When a person is squeezed, what comes out? Person juice. So as we are now in this place, which some call karma, which others call grace, are you willing to face yourself? Because it will take exactly that for you to move beyond that which you've always known. You might be somewhat happy, joyful, gleeful, and if you're comfortable with that, at least God bless you that you have that, or created that for yourself. Opened yourself up to that for yourself. But now there's a greater possibility. The window is open. The cosmic window is open. And it sure is a hoping that you step in it. That's what it wants for you. Hi, Anna. Jeannie. It's that easy. Life and life. Husband or wife. Pleasure or strife. That's not important. Of course, pleasure is the better or a step up in the situation. I would agree with that. That's not enough for what you deserve. Okay? So the idea is, oh, I love some pleasure. Hell yeah, I love some pleasure. When you broke your toe by walking into the furniture, raw pain, wasn't it? Raw feeling, rather. It's not pain. It's just raw feeling. So if you want to get out of pain, if you break your toe, if you want to get out of emotion, and you break your emotional toe, your spiritual, your psychological toe, just, oh my God, this is just raw energy. Then you become an alchemist, a sorcerer, because you connect to the source of God that knows how to use law. It's just raw energy. So you're not the raw energy of, oh my God, I broke my toe and this hurts. Yes, it hurts. I understand you're in pain. That's what you call the energy you're in. Remove the vocabulary and the dialogue and go, oh my God, this is so powerful. It will change. Become centered. Don't do your best to never be splintered. This is me. I'm Yah. Yah, John, Juan, God, the grace of God, Yah, the heart, God will, Na, the mind, discernment, intellect, reason, clarity. That is faith. Faith is not believing in something you don't know anything about, hoping that it happens. That's not what faith is. Faith means I am so congruent and very fluent in the language of light. I won't budge because I know. That's moving into the garden of the soul. And then your consciousness opens up. Your heart opens up. Your world opens up. You no longer see famine. You see compassion. You no longer see hate. You see compassion. You no longer see this. You see compassion. And then you use all the rations you have for good measure, for the pleasure of everyone else, which is the treasure every one of us seeks. And the meek shall inherit the earth.